Have you noticed that no matter how big your goal is, you keep telling yourself that you'll finally relax when you get there? Once you make the money, once you grow the business, once you finally heal, once you get the partner, the house, the job, the clients. But what if the most painful part of this journey isn't where you are? It's the fact that you've postponed your peace until you arrive. Oh no! Notice how we've accidentally made the present moment a waiting room for our future? Oh no! So in this video, I want to show you how to stop living in the waiting room of your own life, because you don't actually have to choose between building an extraordinary life and experiencing peace and love and joy in the present. You can do both. Woo! And by the end of this video, I'm going to walk you through a mini exercise that completely changed the way I think about money, success, and go after bigger goals. All our lives we're chasing, not realizing that we aren't actually chasing objects. People do not chase objects. People chase states. You're chasing the car, but you're actually chasing how the car is going to make you feel. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Now imagine a cup. Actually, you don't have to imagine. I've got this beautiful cup. What makes this cup useful? This fine bone china is so pretty. What makes it useful? It's not the ceramic, right? It's not the fine bone china. It's the empty space inside. That's what makes the cup useful. Without the empty space inside, it's just a lump of clay, fine bone china, whatever. Useless. We spend all our lives chasing the ceramic, the cup, the car, the shmoney, the business, the clients, the husband, the wife. But we never stop to ask ourselves, what's the space inside all those things? What is it you're actually hoping they'll give you? Because like I said, nobody really wants shmoney. They want what shmoney will allow them to feel. Peace, freedom, enoughness, space, love, joy, presence. That's the space. That's what you're really searching for. The shmoney is just a cup. Peace is what you hope to pour into it. The relationship is just a cup. Love is what you hope to experience through it. The business is just a cup. Freedom is what you're hoping it will create. We spend all our life chasing the fucking cup without realizing that the whole time we're chasing the same thing. The other day I found myself asking, if I had more zeros in the bank, what the fuck would I be doing? Right? What would I be doing? Not buying, not the things I'd be buying. What would I be doing? Like my inner state. How would I be moving? Would I rush less? Check my phone less? Read more? Drink my coffee slower? Take longer showers? Enjoy a random Monday afternoon? Then I realized I wasn't craving more zeros in my bank account. I was actually craving the permission to simply be. Yeah. Seemed I had a problem with being. Oh no. So many people have a problem with being. And that realization really made me pause. It was a little bit concerning, because if I can't practice being now, why am I assuming that money is going to teach me how to be? So let's do a mini visualization exercise, okay? I want you to close your eyes. You don't need to look at me. Close your eyes and take a deep belly breath in. Feel your belly expanding with all this air, and just hold for a few seconds. And then release through pursed lips. Again, deep belly breath in. Hold. And just release with a hum. The humming stimulates your vagus nerve, and this is really good for nervous system regulation. Okay, let's go again. Deep belly breath in. Just hold for a few seconds. And release with a hum. One more time. Deep belly breath in. Hold. And just release with a hum. And just imagine you already have everything. The house, the car, the business, the partner, the love, and it's a random Monday afternoon. What are you doing? Are you sleeping in? Are you walking slower? Cooking your favorite meal? Reading? Watching the sunset? Now just come back to the present moment. Open your eyes. Hello. And genuinely ask yourself, how much of that is unavailable to you today? This is exactly what I see in this work. Like, the more I work with people, the more I realize that there is a whole ass nervous system that's dysregulated while you're pursuing your dreams, and this is increasing your resistance. This is what's causing the delay, the suffering, the fucking anxiety, the desperation. You're not noticing the synchronicities, the opportunities, because you're constantly in this state of survival and desperation and anxiety and feeling like you have nothing, you don't have enough. People aren't chasing shmoney. They are chasing the emotional state that they think money will create. When you can embody that emotional state now, you become more magnetic to reaching your goals, because you start operating from a place of sufficiency instead of insufficiency, and all that resistance that's constantly you building up, the anxiety, wanting to know how, the frustration, the anger, the bitterness. You can change your inner state right now instead of waiting for money to give you the permission to do so. Money can change your circumstances, but it cannot automatically change your fucking nervous system. Another way to look at it is, is people spend all their time looking at the furniture, the objects, the goals, the achievements, but nobody notices the room. Without the room, none of the furniture could exist. Without your internal world, none of your success can actually be experienced. Or think of it like this. Imagine your life is a novel. Most people treat the chapters between big milestones as filler. Filler. But they aren't. They are your fucking life. If you spend every chapter waiting for the next one, you've just missed the entire fucking story. Don't rush through the pages you're currently living just to reach a chapter that you think you'll enjoy more. So over the weekend, I cooked one of my favorite meals. I went to yoga. I spent more time in nature. I, had those quiet moments. And those were not interruptions to my life. They were my fucking life. When you're constantly chasing from this place of scarcity and insufficiency, it's like, imagine pouring water into a cracked glass. More water doesn't fix the fucking crack. It just leaks faster. In the same way, if your nervous system doesn't know how to hold peace, then more money won't magically create it. It simply pours more success into the same anxious container. This is exactly how I was reaching all of my financial goals. I was a money hoarder, like I had a hoarding issue, and I could never celebrate my financial goals. I kept thinking that once I hit that next goal, I'm going to feel more secure, feel more safe. Once I hit 6 figures, I'm going to feel more safe. And I didn't. When I hit a very big financial goal, I didn't feel any safer. There was not an iota of difference in my inner state, my inner world. I still felt anxious around money, fear, anxiety, avoidance. I kept looping that. And that's when I realized that my relationship with money was not normal, and I started seeking therapy for this. And the fucking therapists, they didn't have language for what I was going through. Unfortunately, there aren't any financial trauma therapists out there, or if there are, I couldn't find them. There aren't enough. And that's when I went on a quest to figure out financial trauma, like money blocks, people's subconscious money blocks, and people's nervous system patterns around money, and what's causing this anxiety and frustration and this survival mode behavior. So I bought all the books on trauma and how it impacts your mind, your body, and I humbly submit your fucking bank account, and boom, my brand was born. I started posting content on this topic, and then people started asking to work with me. And I was just like, oh my God, people want to be. That's how my brand came into fruition. I transmuted my pain, my relationship around money, all my financial trauma. I transmuted it into this beautiful thing. Wow. Oh my God, I'm an alchemist. Turning base fucking metal into gold. Woohoo! This doesn't mean that you should stop creating wealth. No, I love creating wealth and I love helping people create wealth, build wealth. My work is all about healing people's financial trauma, healing their subconscious money blocks and nervous system patterns that are holding them back so that you can actually create from a place of peace, love, sufficiency, safety, a regulated nervous system. Keep creating more wealth, but just don't ask money to do a job that it was never designed to do. Okay? Money can buy you choices, comfort, peace, experiences, but it cannot teach your nervous system that you are finally safe. That's inner work. I had to learn that the hard way. It took me a while to regulate and rewire my nervous system so that I could actually enjoy my shmoney. It's not all about making more shmoney. You need to change the way you relate to money. Maybe you spent your entire life chasing the cup without realizing that the space inside it is what you've been searching for all along. Just don't wait until you have it before you let yourself finally live and exhale and be present. And if you want to go deeper into this work, regulate your nervous system, rewire your nervous system, heal your subconscious money blocks that are holding you back, and create with a regulated nervous system that makes this journey smoother, peaceful, and fulfilling, I go deeper into this work in my 4-week coaching program and all my other offers. Everything is listed below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe or don't, and I will see you in a jiffy.